Most people get started on YouTube with a goal of trying to get monetized. Those people usually have time to spare when it comes to figuring things out on YouTube. I recently took on a student that only had 20 days to get his rent paid and to earn extra income by getting monetized and making some money off of YouTube. Now, the reason he ended up in this situation was because he made a sacrifice in trying to help a woman and her 3 kids that were about to be homeless. He basically made sure that they had the money that they needed in order to get a place to live. My student, Eric, has a nonprofit organization called Music to the Mind. Through his nonprofit, he helps the youth and families that usually have backgrounds in deep trauma. And he helps them turn that trauma into power and helps them to express their repressed emotions. I'll put a link in the description to his nonprofit if you guys want to check that out or know somebody that might need that help. Now, he's also a health enthusiast, and he became that because of a poisoning situation that happened to him a few years ago. Now, it was juicing that saved his life, and because of that, he also had an ebook that he offered with recipes to help people juice to get better health. So for this new adventure, as far as starting a new channel for him, we decided to go the route of doing a channel about juicing. So let's talk about the strategy that we put in place to use for this 20 days. I knew since we only had 20 days, I had to come up with a streamlined plan with high payoff activities that he could do really easily and really quickly in order to make this happen. So here's a few of the things that we worked on within the strategy, and I'll dive deeper on some of those in just a minute. So the first thing I told him is that we're going to use his story. The reason why is because stories are really great ways to connect with people, and whenever you're trying to grow a channel, it can be greatly beneficial to you to have some element of story involved, especially if you have a really good story. And a good story is, of course, anything that other people may have had the same situation happen to them or that they can connect with, and he definitely had one of those stories, so we decided to use that and implement that in getting his channel started. The next thing I knew he was going to need to do was daily posting. Because we only had 20 days, that means he needed to get the algorithm to pick up his channel, figure out what audience is going to be the best audience for his particular channel, and the only way to do that is to take massive action and to start putting a lot of videos out there to let YouTube see where it needs to put those videos and get the most attention. The next thing that I told him is that we're gonna have to make sure that we're doing long form videos and shorts. The reason why is because shorts are getting a lot of exposure right now on YouTube. It's a really great way to grow and get some people's attention, and they are very quick and easy to make, as well as the long form videos, because you don't want to just have people, when you're trying to build up a channel, in my opinion, that's gonna only have people that have a short attention span and only like to listen to shorts. You're gonna want people that's gonna actually want to pay attention to some longer content and get more information, and that's especially going to help when it comes to watch hours, which you have to get 4,000 of those. So it definitely pays off to have longer videos to make that easier, and it's also easier for people to connect with you. Another thing that I provided him was a script outline, because while people are coming to you watching your videos, you definitely don't want to be all over the place and just saying random stuff and things being inconsistent in how you do things within your video. So having a script outline, at least very loosely, so that you can have some type of structure, is something that's really good for helping your videos. So we implemented that. Now, I also put in the work on the keyword research for him. Now, the keyword research is important to see what topics are really trending topics or getting a lot of volume as far as people looking for them, and just knowing what topics people are interested in. So of course this was going to be very important, so I made sure to streamline how long it would have took him to try to figure out how to do that part, and I just came up with the best topics for him to work on. Now, of course, other than that, you really have to just get your channel set up, which is the banner, and just putting your name on there, deciding what that's going to be. Just little simple things. All of those are simple steps, but I did show him a way to get his banner done for free by going through a website that I've used to get people to submit multiple different designs to me, and then I get to choose from those designs, and he was able to get that part done for free, and I'll put a link to that down in the description. It's with freelancer.com, but if you want to be able to get a banner done for your YouTube channel for free, definitely go to that link that I'm gonna put in the description. All you have to do is set up your account with freelancer.com and then submit a project for whatever you want to get done, put in the description of what you're looking for, and then wait for the submissions to come in. Now, another thing that we needed to do is make sure that he was able to deliver his digital product, which was his ebook, for free, because we needed to keep this as low cost as possible, which is why he was able to get the free banner from freelancer.com. And PayHip is actually a service that you can use to create different product pages, landing pages for those products. You can put together courses, coaching programs, a whole lot of different things they offer, and you get access to use it for free, and it can deliver your digital products to the people that are interested in them, collect the money for you and send the money to you, of course. So it makes things really easy for you and you don't have to pay to use that particular platform, which is PayHip. And I'll give you more details on them in just a minute too. So the very first thing that I had to do, other than getting him everything that we were going to be working on and certain items that he needed, was the keyword research. So what did I do in order to find the best keyword research for this 20 days of getting monetized? So there are two main strategies that you can try to do, or useful strategies you can try when it comes to the keyword research, or how you want to go about doing your videos and coming up with your titles and all that. And one is if you want to be found in browse, which is when people go to their home screen or when they're just, scrolling through YouTube. And the other one is search based, which is of course going to be when somebody goes to the search bar, types in a certain term for what they're looking for, and then something pops up. So for this particular scenario, I decided to go with a search strategy because I actually saw a really good opportunity within the keywords within his niche. So we decided to go ahead and attack that. So when it comes to keyword research, what I like to use is vidIQ. There are a bunch of different ways that you can actually do the keyword research, but this is just what I like to use, and this is what I use for Eric, so I'm going to show you guys. So what you want to do is you want to come here to the keyword section, and then you want to type in a word that you think is going to be something that your potential viewers are going to be searching for. Now, maybe you don't really know what your potential viewers are going to be searching for. So one thing that you could do is you could basically just type in a very general, vague word that's related to your niche. Like, let's say you are a plumber, right? So we're going to type in plumbing. This is something that your potential viewers might be, looking for. And once you do that, you're going to see an overview, which is going to give you that particular word, and you can see the search volume on it and the competition on it. They'll tell you if it's high or low, and they'll also give it a rating, and they'll tell you, of course, the amount and whether it's medium search traffic or low search traffic and whatnot. And you will get an overall score, like you can see here, 39. And what you really want is something that's in the higher 6s on up for it to be a really good keyword. But you can see that this has a low overall score, so this wouldn't be the best word. And of course, that's not going to be the best word because it's very vague, so it should have a lot of competition for that particular keyword. So what you do want to do, what I look at, is I look over here at related keywords and I look at matching terms, and I might look at those two for different reasons. I might go to related keywords if I'm trying to find something as far as a broader look at some other terms that are close to plumbing that somebody might be searching for, and it tells you, what this is right here, so you can get the gist of what you'll find here. But if I have kind of locked in on what type of keywords I want to use, I actually go down here to matching terms, and then this gives you a deeper dive into that particular area of the topic that you are searching and doing the research on. Now, I could have showed you, exactly what I did for him, but I know you guys are in different businesses, so I'm showing you how to go about using a tool like this to determine what you want to use. So let's go to related keywords over here to try to see what area we want to dive deeper in. And you can see here there's also a related score. These related scores are going to tell you how related the keywords that are popping up here are related to the initial one that you put in, like plumbing. And you can see all of these pretty much are plumbing basics, how to repair plumbing. And if you change the sorting, it will go all the way down to 1. You can see daily tricks, Reisinger build. These aren't necessarily related to that, so you want to make sure that you're looking at something related. So outside of that, the best thing to do is to come over here to overall, and then you can change the sorting, and then you can see we have some that are above 60 over here, and they're in the green, and these are some decent terms. Again, we got Matt Reisinger, we got the expert plumber, we got do-it-yourself hunter, I don't know why that's there, and we got another person here. So these are the highest are the best keywords that they have in this area. So it's not really looking like a good fit as far as area from what we can see here from plumbing. But what we would want to see is something that ideally has a lot of search volume and low competition, that is also pretty relevant to what the topic is that we're doing. So if you can look over here and see that it is relevant and it has high search volume and low competition, that's an area that you can potentially use as far as keywords to try to get yourself a good direction to go into. Now, in addition to what I just mentioned, also know that you want to kind of look at the different keywords that you find that seem like a good option, put them into YouTube and search them, and then see what pops up, see if there are a lot of old videos that are in that niche or in that particular title category that you looked up in keywords, and then try to aim for those, especially if they don't have a lot of up-to-date content, like it's been years since people posted, or if you see content that you feel like you could have done better as far as making a more quality video than what's out there and available, or you have some extra input that might be useful to people in that particular video topic. And if you guys want to check out vidIQ, I'll put a link to them in the description. Okay, so I told you we use PayHip in order to actually set up his digital product, his ebook, to get sold. So I'm going to show you really quickly what that looks like and how to use it so that you can do the same thing. Now real quick, y'all, I'm going to show you PayHip, which I mentioned to you guys before. This is how we're able to for the free be able to deliver digital products, courses, memberships, anything that you want to deliver based on what you do and what you offer. But you can see here digital downloads, online courses, everything that I just mentioned you can do on this website. And I'm going to show you behind the scenes real quick on how you can put together a product and how easy it is. And just so you guys can see, again, this thing has a free option that has all of the features unlocked to you, unlimited products, unlimited revenue that you can make. And you can basically, you do have a transaction fee for any transactions that come through, but it's only 5%, and you can lower that to 2% by paying $29 a month if you feel like you are having enough transactions to come through that you actually need that. So this thing is a free option, no credit card required, and you can deliver your digital products. So I just want to put y'all on game, so check that out. I'll put a link to them in the description too. But if you have something like Eric had, which was an ebook, all you have to do is click on products, you'll click create product, and then you go right here to digital product. And again, I'm just showing you guys how easy this is to do. And then once it actually does populate and pop up, you would upload a product file. So, you know, if you have a PDF, you would upload that. If you have a zip file, you would upload that, and that's fairly easy. You will put the title to it, put whatever price you want to put for it, and then you upload the product image and then add the description. You can have your products visible so that anybody can see it in your store, because you actually get a store once you make multiple products, or before that, but you can display your stuff in the store within this site by just using a simple link. If you have more than one product, you can make it invisible so that nobody can see it yet, and you can make it unlisted if you only want people that you send a link to the particular product to see it and you don't want it in the store. You can do that as well. So that's great options that they give you there. And you can also create collections of different options that you have. They also have some advanced options here, and you can connect this to your marketing. So if you have an email marketing software and you want to add somebody to an email list after they buy a particular product, you can do that and have those emails automatically sent to your customer. Not to mention they have a few other great features that I'll mention here as well. You can do coupons, you can do a sale if you want to run a particular sale. You can actually have affiliates. A lot of platforms charge you, or you have to pay for the higher plans to get an affiliate option where you can get people to promote your stuff for you, but you can do that here. Mailing lists, as you can see, that is the option that you have here, and you have cross-selling that you can do, upsells and downsells. All of that is offered here on PayHip, and it's all for free. So definitely check them out if you need a platform like this. Okay, so now the posting begins, and he starts to put the content together and start putting it out there on YouTube, hitting publish. And now it's time to see what results we get and what we can accomplish in this 20 days. Now he dropped video 1 and short number 1 on July 19th, so that is day 1 of this process. And speaking of the 19th, let me let you guys know about something just in case you weren't aware. There is an event going on with Alex Hormozi. If you're unfamiliar with him, his businesses do millions of dollars in a month, and he had a hit selling book called $100 Million Offers, which he let out for free originally, or it was very cheap, I think like $1 or something on Amazon. It has really great reviews, and it's a really great book. And he's releasing a new book that he had been working on for about 4 years, and it is basically called $100 Million Leads, where you can actually learn all of the strategies that he has used to collect leads. And I am an affiliate of his, and if you want to go ahead and get access to that free event on August 19th, then you will definitely get some perks. Like, there are 2 free chapters to the book that he has not released, and I've gotten enough people registered at this point that I'm going to be able to get those 2 free chapters. And everybody that's subscribed to the channel that has registered for the free event, I'm going to make sure that you personally get those 2 free chapters that others will not have access to, because it won't be released with the book. Of course, there's going to be a lot of great information and things he's going to be giving out at that live event. And of course, the book itself is to help you learn how to get leads leads, and if you're in business, you want to learn how to get leads for your business so you can make more money, of course. So check out the link in the description and register yourself for that before the event happens on August 19th. Remember, it is a free live event, so make sure that you do tune in for that. You'll get those 2 free chapters that won't be released with the book. And the more people I'm actually able to get registered, we might be able to get him to come and do a Zoom call with us where we can ask him anything. And of course, who wouldn't want to ask a millionaire questions about how to run and improve your business? So check that out in the description. Let's continue with the story though. Okay, so after he let out that first video and that first short, he definitely did a great job of keeping the momentum going and posting consistently on a daily basis. He was constantly making new videos and constantly putting them out like clockwork. So let's fast forward to July 28th. This is day 9 at this point, and his views had jumped up significantly. I'm talking 2,700 views in total, but he only had 44 subscribers at that time. Now at this point, it's almost the end of the month, so Eric started working on a plan A, B, C, and D, just in case we didn't hit the goal in a timely manner. Now, of course, as you can imagine, he was dealing with some stressful times, just looking at his personal situation and trying to keep putting in the work and having faith in this new process for him as he is a new YouTuber. And on top of that, barely seeing any real results that would lead him to the goal that he's trying to achieve. And despite all that, he still kept pushing forward. So now let's fast forward again to August 3rd. This is now day 15. Now I want you to pause the video for a second. I want you to go down to the comments and I want you to tell me what you think happened at this moment. Do you think he got to the goal? Do you not think he got to the goal? Just let me know down in the comments, and don't cheat. Pause the video and write down what you think in the comments. And also, if you're getting value from this video so far, definitely give it a thumbs up so YouTube can show this to more people that also need this information, that's trying to grow their YouTube channels too. So now that you've written down your comment of your answer that you think happened and you've hit the thumbs up button on this video, let me tell you, the answer is no. He did not hit the goal yet. And at this point, we only have 2 days to go before rent is due and 5 days left from our original plan of getting him monetized in 20 days. Now, however, something amazing did happen. He jumped to 500 subs overnight and got up to 754 watch hours on the channel. And the next day, day 16, his subscribers doubled and he got past 1,000. And on day 17, which was August 5th, his subscribers doubled again to 2,000, and then he actually hit the 4,000 watch hours, a little bit above it, and he unlocked his monetization, y'all. Not to mention, within our 20-day window, he ended up getting 10 book sales of his ebook, and he had told me that prior to that he had only sold about 10 ebooks in 2 months time by doing it word of mouth, by going to person and getting other people to refer people to his ebook. So he had to do it the hard way before, the same number of book sales within less than half the time with a lot less work. Of course, making the videos can be work, but trying to sell somebody person to person is a lot more work than making a video that does the sales for you. Now look, even though he did get monetized at that point in time, he didn't have what he needed in time to knock out the rent, but he did have a plan B that he was able to go to, and now he actually gets to await the extra funds that's going to be coming in from YouTube ad revenue, as well as the continued sales that he's going to have. In the next phase of what we're going to be working on is going to be how to improve and increase the digital product sales that he's already having, because there is room for improvement there. So that's the next phase of what we're going to be working on with him. But let me tell you how he got the win. Now first, as of today, he's at about 5,000 subscribers. His first video that he created, which was about his story, and I told you guys it was important to have the story involved in your channel, that's actually his third best video with 1,900 views so far. And his second video, which was also about his story somewhat, actually is his best performing video with 100,000 views right now. And it's not even 30 days in yet. Now, one of the main things that helped everything to be so successful was the fact that he was consistent in making sure that he was making content and posting that content, especially within the short time frame that we had. Another part to his success was the fact that he followed the game plan. I gave him everything that he needed to do, everything that he needed to follow, from the titles to the thumbnails to the scripts, and he did everything that I advised him to do to the T. And when you set a plan and stick to a plan, that is ultimately going to make sure that you have consistent work being put out there, and is going to make sure that your results are consistent with what that type of work would provide. And I can tell you that it also helps greatly that he knew what he was talking about when it came to the juicing, and he held benefits of it. So whatever topic or title that you actually have that you work in, or whatever niche that your business is in, is going to be very important that, of course, you know what you're talking about, because people can easily tell when you don't know what you're talking about, and that can lead to the video feeling ungenuine. And he did a very good job of being genuine, delivering on what he promised to give people within the videos, and showing people his knowledge, which most people don't even give themselves credit for a lot of the knowledge that they have, and suffer from imposter syndrome, not even thinking that there are other people out there that can benefit and actually want to hear what you have to say. So all of those things put together really help him get the win and unlock that monetization within the 20 days. And I want to tell you guys that I have a new program that I'm opening up to help a few people use this same strategy that I used with him to get to monetization within 20 days. This program is going to be for those of you that are new to YouTube and just getting started, or those of you that have been struggling to see success with your YouTube channel so far. Now, this is going to be a workshop that's going to last 30 days. You'll get a customized game plan to follow in regards to your script, your titles, your descriptions, your thumbnails, and I'm going to do the keyword research for you guys as well, so that you can already have what you need and you just have to take action on it. You're also going to get a Facebook group that you'll have for support and where the live training will be. And if any of you guys are interested, I'll put a link in the description below for the YouTube Works workshop. And for those of you guys that are interested in starting a channel or about to get started in the channel soon and maybe thinking about a faceless channel, I'm going to send you to a video I did about starting a faceless channel that might make you change your mind.